I should have done this before. Make sure if you like any of my videos, you subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you.
The Hulk versus Godzilla.
Marvel's Green Goliath against the king of the monsters. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills
Prepare to
to
have
find
your
out who
mind
would
blown
win
about-
a death battle.
What you thought about these creatures?
What is the Hulk? Is he man? Is he monster? Or is he both?
He's a mean green smashing machine, the angry son of the
Hulk is
Gamma
the
Bomb.
A
strongest
weapon
there
designed
is.
by the greatest gamma scientist of all, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner.
But just before it went off, Bruce had to be a hero and save some dumb schmuck who was hanging around the test site. Damn it, Rick.
That day, Bruce Banner died.
And became the Incredible Hulk,
Oh,
a pissed-off giant who must be really
Definitely
glad
do
Bruce
it.
wears the
I'm glad
purple
because of the
stretch
music.
fit.
Standing 8 feet tall and stronger than 10 million men, the Hulk emerges when Banner's anger flares.
Don't make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
But it's even more complex than that. Banner suffers from dissociative identity disorder, with many different Hulks embodying alternate personalities.
Like Joe Fixit, the original Grey Hulk. He's a cunning gangster and the only Hulk who's got that drip.
The Devil Hulk is a violent, overprotective personality that Banner unintentionally manifested as a result of his father's abuse.
Holy shit! Somebody actually drew this?
But the Hulk everyone knows, the big guy, is known as Savage Hulk. It seems he also developed from parental abuse, hence his childlike personality. Though I'd argue he's more clever than you'd expect.
The angrier he is, the stronger he gets, with no limit.
Except for one, Bruce Banner. See, Banner's relationship with the Hulk is complicated.
Oh, they hate each other.
Mostly. Occasionally, they can come to an understanding.
One
The
of the
ultra
few
best
times
representing this
Banner's
would be
talked
the
about-
Professor Hulk, a balanced blend of Banner's brain and the Hulk's brawn.
The buffest nerd you'll ever meet. But what about when Bruce takes a step back? If he isn't trying to restrain the Hulk, what do you get?
The Green Scar.
The World Breaker!
Without Bruce's temperament, the Hulk's power and fury surges, mixing Savage's rising strength with the personality and cunning of a warlord. The Green Scar is no mere superhero. He's a king and a conqueror.
Hulk is strong enough to lift 150 billion tons of rock, jump from New Mexico
She-Hulk tried to listen to load for him, but he could barely lift the amount of weight Hulk let her try.
to Florida in a single bound and shake all the dimensions connected by the crossroads at once. He was pinned down by the spear of Proxima Midnight, which holds the weight of a star, and was fine. And when we say World Breaker, we mean it. While sparring with Red She-Hulk, the two of them shattered a whole planet.
At one point,
Nice.
he was bound in chains forged from the essence of the first firmament, the manifestation of the first universe, which could bind eternity itself. Not even Galactus was capable of saving eternity alone, and the Hulk just broke it by himself.
Maybe Thor should rethink calling himself the strongest Avenger, especially since the Avengers first assembled because none of them could take down Hulk on their own.
Speaking of Thor,
I'm just here and that's why I try to fast forward video, but
the Hulk consistently battles on par with him, even when he held the Odin Force, with which he could command his hammer through infinite distances and match the power of Null, who killed countless Celestials.
I've heard he
Even
was
without
also-
it, Mjolnir can cross the universe in seconds.
I
Hulk
don't know if
tore a
it's-
universe apart
if
with
it-
just a
but
collab. Good luck
basically-
with that, Hammer Man.
it was like Hulk was able to Hulkify Thor. I've heard.
But the green guy's got way
Haven't
more
seen
going
it,
on than
right.
just brute strength.
As the Hulk's power stems from gamma, he can utilize and absorb it and other radiation in various ways.
Yeah, like regenerating from fate.
Battle on par with the Odin Force Thor, broke the first filament chains, and he packed him return, yes. I'm probably butchering that. Let's give a dimension of infinite density with the Metra. Overpower the one below all. So-called dimensions tied to the crossroads. Defeated Abomination, Gladiator, Hercules, Juggernaut, Sentry, Thing, the Vendor.
Wounds, even getting ripped apart by Wolverine barely slows him down.
And the angrier he gets, the more regenerating cells his body produces.
It gets weirder. Did you know that if he absorbs enough gamma, he can shoot lasers from his eyes and read people's minds? Oh, also, he can see ghosts and give him a good old-fashioned Hulk smash.
Hulk can break through the boundaries of comic book borders themselves into the empty white between panels, a gutter space beyond time and concept.
What, like how She-Hulk can...
While Gunn orchestrated the situation in Gunn Strikes Back, Hulk's power had not been altered in any way, nor was this artistic stylization. Hulk inexplicably broke into gutter space 3 times on his own. No other character in the story did so other than Gwen herself.
Some reason break the fourth wall and talk to the reader? Oh, wait, that makes sense now. It's all gamma.
Exactly. In real life, gamma rays are electromagnetic radiation similar to X-rays.
But in Marvel Comics, gamma comes from hell.
On Earth 616, gamma radiation is an electromagnetic frequency that can manifest as either a wave, a particle, or something else. Something that nobody really understands.
I like to watch
Except
the
for
fight
Bruce.
off depending on
Right.
how the
Dr.
fights
Banner is a
are.
certified genius with 7 PhDs. According to
This
Norman
goes
Osborn,
first,
he's the 4th
and
smartest
then
person on the planet.
And that's
here.
comparing him to big brains like Reed, Doom, and Tony.
Banner built
Just
the
to
Hercollider
get a glimpse
Synchrotron,
of
a
the
machine that can scan the entire multiverse with the speed
traffic.
of a hypermind. He created the Gamma Core, which could rupture space-time between universes. He built an interstellar radio on a deserted planet without any pre-established technology. He wired up Hulk like a starship, piloting him from the mindscape within. He even built an ultimate nullifier. In fact, the original intent of his
But they
Gamma
tried to
Bomb
stay
was to be
to the
non-lethal,
violence. This is my
only
first time
targeting
actually
inorganic material.
But
ever since.
Thunderbolt Ross wanted something with a bit more boom.
Kaboom!
Can't blame him.
Fearing its ramifications, Banner developed the Gamma Bomb on his own, keeping its design secret. In the process, he tapped into an unknown form of gamma energy that breaks down reality and mutates it beyond actuality. On that fateful day, he opened the Green Door.
You know how we said the bomb killed Bruce? That wasn't some flowery metaphor or whatever. He died and came back as Hulk.
Came back from the below place, the hell beneath hell, the lowest possible dimension of reality.
It's trippy, but
Whoa.
whenever Hulk dies, he goes there. Then a green door opens and he goes back to where he was before. Easy as that. It doesn't matter if he's been atomized, sliced up into jars, or digested by werewolves. If he goes through the door, he's back.
Gamma mutates. Gamma mutates who are aware the green door regenerate faster than those who aren't. Power Man once used the green door return from being atomically shattered into nothing.
Ready to rumble. The green door did get locked into a red door, but he's easily broken through it multiple times. Not a problem.
It turns out that third form of gamma, this anomaly from the bedrock of hell, spawns from none other than the one below all. The dark side of the one above all.
That's right. God has a Hulk, and it wants Bruce to bring about the end of all things. But Hulk just said, nah.
So, what is the Hulk? An uncontrollable monster? A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for Armageddon?
Don't overthink it, Wiz. Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the strongest one there
What's
is.
that?
A prison for a tortured soul? A super weapon for
God, I gotta see
Armageddon?
this
Don't
again.
overthink it, Wiz.
Okay, so for those who might not be aware, IRP is Zutting, an OC of mine. He's in a hero group called Eternia, and there's a person who is RPs as a Jeff account, Jeff the Shark. After this recording, I am going to send this to him. Just for the lulz.
Hulk is Hulk, and Hulk's the strongest one there is.
Up from the water, 30 stories tall, breathing. Damn it! Up from the water, 30 stories tall, breathing fire, Godzilla.
The year was 1946. The press gathered at Bikini Atoll to witness the power of the nuclear bomb. But many
Which
leagues
Southern
beneath their
has.
feet, something ancient stirred.
Godzilla, the king of the
I really
monsters.
want to do,
he was pretty pissed off over the
my
worst
OC
wake-up
against
ever,
kaiju
so he
fights.
swam to Japan for one hell of a crash out.
Japan was still recovering from the war, so seeing this
I just
mutilated
imagine this
radioactive
scene.
monster towering high like a
It's
mushroom
like,
cloud wasn't just frightening.
oh my God,
it
it's
seemed
awesome.
prophetic. The bomb was just the beginning. Man had sparked the end of times.
Complete with googly eyes. And the most epic roar ever.
Over the years, there have been many iterations of the beast.
Between movies, TV, comics, and cartoons, there's at least 27 different Godzillas stomping around. Not including Manila, the Scrappy Doo of kaiju. Sorry, that's insulting to Scrappy Doo.
Despite the variety, Godzilla is somewhat consistent, so we'll examine his entire history,
Sounds
focusing on the larger releases. In most iterations, Godzilla
This is actually a reference to a song by Lola Bunny. And she's not the best, especially in the Looney Tunes show.
is a rare theropod that went dormant for millions of years before nuclear bombs mutated it into a gargantuan radioactive monster.
Standing 165 feet tall, at minimum, Goji smashes through skyscrapers with ease. He's so casual about bullets and rockets, they might as well be gnats. And the bombs did so much more than just pump up his size. He's got atomic breath.
A concentrated beam or spray of radioactive
Even
heat.
if they
With an
can
estimated
absorb
range of
any kind
1,100
of fire.
miles, it can exceed 500,000 degrees Celsius, almost 90 times hotter than the surface of the sun.
But depending on how much radiation he's absorbed, or, life energy
Is that
from a giant
himself?
pterodactyl, he can do
I saw
way
it with him.
more with it.
His red spiral ray is a supercharged version that doubles in heat
Zidane
and power.
himself is
and
immune
spins.
to
Or he can
radiological
blast it out of his back and
and
fly.
biological
Well,
attacks.
he could always do that, I
Kinda.
guess. Look at him go.
With enough energy built up, Godzilla can blast a nuclear pulse out of his whole body, creating a massive wave of atomic destruction.
That might
His
hit
breathing
some back
laser
a
can
few
even
years.
break through
or miles.
dimensions. Like when he found himself face to face with a giant mech, piloted by Hatsune Miku?
Uh-huh. There's also a number of era-exclusive powers. Shin Godzilla can fire rays from his tail.
And Hanna-Barbera Godzilla can fire rays from his eyes. Pew, pew.
Effectively a living nuclear reactor, Shin possesses a natural phased array radar that can detect and attack threats automatically. And Godzilla Earth, who grew over 1,000 feet tall across 2,000
I never
years,
got
could make a
in there to
barrier
the-
only penetrable by kaiju that can bypass physics.
And don't forget, Big G can ball with the best of them. After Charles Barkley got him his own pair of Nikes, Godzilla got busy.
It's kind of hard to emphasize just how impressively terrifying Godzilla
That song that reminds me of another thing. Yes, it's from The Incredibles. Oh, you married a master girl and got busy.
can be when you're bringing up this sort of thing.
Oh yeah? Why don't you find a better spokesperson for Dr. Pepper? Fine, let's talk about when his presence boiled the entire Arctic Ocean, or how he picked up and threw Biolante, which weighed 200,000 tons, or when he no-sold not one, not two, but 3 meteors.
Including the Permian period extinction event that happened about 200 million years ago.
Then he went to hell, fought some fucked up versions of God and Satan, and atomic breath at Space Godzilla so hard that he blew up the whole planet. That's scary enough for you?
Yes, I'll be doing this for everybody. The black box. Specifically, Godzilla defeated the god demon guarding the gate of hell. To do so, the hell bastard devoured Godzilla's flesh, became his new flesh. I can't really do this because I'm doing it. Well, I can't really raise my voice too much because I'm doing this in like 5 o'clock in the morning. I have a busy family, okay. Well, that and work and you know what I mean. To do so, the Hellcaster devoured Godzilla's flesh, became his new flesh, implying Godzilla's regeneration is similar to them.
I want a Dr. Pepper.
With such awesome might, he's battled the most dangerous of foes, like King Ghidorah and Gigan. In Godzilla vs. Megalon, Gigan flew from the M. Hunter Nebula to Earth in 24 seconds, and that nebula is 30,000 light years away.
Godzilla has fought Space Godzilla multiple times, who flew from a black hole to Earth in a short span of time.
But sadly, OG Goji got done in by the cruelest weapon ever.
The Oxygen Destroyer. Developed in secret by Dr. Serizawa, this weapon could suffocate and liquefy molecules. The ramifications of such a weapon were so detrimental, Serizawa took the secrets of its design to his early grave.
Yeah, he got lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at Godzilla.
I've seen
he
him
never
more modern
really
ones,
dies.
like
You
2014,
can
I
blow
think.
up his head, explode him from the inside, or crush him in a black hole. Then he'll come back.
Or evolve into an even more powerful form. Godzilla's always possessed heightened adaptation, but many iterations clearly showcase instantaneous evolution.
And super forms. He's gone full shonen and powered up a few times. So much so, he almost kicked off a nuclear winter just by existing.
Even the Oxygen Destroyer could not permanently end the first Godzilla. His ghost possessed a robot, his bones summoned another Godzilla, and he rose as an undead revenant hell-bent on destroying Japan.
Jason
Why
Voorhees.
Japan? Couldn't he pick on some other country?
He's stomped around the Americas a few times, but it just isn't the same. Godzilla is intrinsically linked with Japan, a symbol of both their devastation and resilience. A reminder of the threat of nuclear war and what awaits those who peer too deeply into the unknown. But also, Japan's in Godzilla's perceived territory. To him, a stomping through Osaka is just another patrol.
He's not always so bad, though. He can be super protective, defending other monsters,
Yeah.
his own kid, and sometimes even people. I'd say there's two types of Godzillas. The monster of nature's wrath and the guardian of planet Earth.
Well, there is a third type, but to understand that, we should first answer a question. How does
Ultimate.
Godzilla walk?
Oh,
on
just
two
said that, but I
legs,
was
Wiz,
playing.
obviously.
But according to Square Cube law, those legs should be crushed under his own weight.
Oh, God, here we go again.
A creature like Godzilla cannot realistically exist. This proved to be an elusive question for decades, even highlighted in Shin Godzilla, until a new theory was presented in the anime Singular Point. If Godzilla can't exist
Have
in
that
our
scene.
reality, what if he's from a different one?
What? Like he's an alien from another dimension?
Exactly! What if all kaiju come from a higher plane of existence with no regard for the known laws of physics? This dimension enters our reality in the form of archetype, a transtemporal conceptual particle.
It's that red dust that's floating all over the place.
This archetype can enter any timeline to terraform the Earth and all of reality so that kaiju can exist. This theoretically explains why various Godzillas appear in so many universes. They all trace back to one singular point: Godzilla Ultima.
Sporting the wide grin of a demonic Oni, Ultima is vicious. Just walking through Tokyo started 1,000 earthquakes around Japan. Even his own blood is a weapon.
Over 300 feet tall and growing ever more as archetype distorts the universe, Ultima's existence implies a far more complex origin for all Godzillas. Godzilla is a test for humanity.
Multiple Godzilla timelines are referenced in the credits of each episode of Single Point and Point Connection. The anime also references a 1954 Godzilla attack, like in the original film.
A challenge laid out by an eldritch entity from a dimension we are incapable of perceiving or comprehending.
It's kind of like how when we move an object and its shadow changes, we get why that happened. But to someone who exists in only a 2D plane, The shadow looks like it just randomly transformed into something totally different. Crazy to think about. Come a really long way from Big Lizard Smash Building, huh?
This
Yeah.
shadow, this wannabe god, desires to play with and destroy every single universe.
And Godzilla is its avatar.
Take a
Ah,
next
come
level
on.
beach vacation with cheap Caribbean.
Yeah, and I hope I don't get copyrighted by the freaking ads. That's gonna be really annoying.
Through Ultima, this entity sees the universe as an interactable fiction and can control causality. Ultima himself is a singular point, one of many gateways through which the entity can tamper with reality.
Think of it this way. If something happens that the entity doesn't like, it can just say, that thing didn't actually happen, and presto, it no longer happened.
That's not to say such an event can't happen in the moment of occurrence, but the entity disconnects cause and effect and nullifies events in retrospect without regard for time.
And
Something's
now
about
my head
the
hurts.
emotions,
TLDR,
probably.
Ultima
I
tried
mean,
to bring about a catastrophe
probably.
that would end the universe in like a week's time. So,
Oh, no.
a wacky robot and a time-traveling Alexa used a supercomputer and this familiar-looking doohickey
The orthogonal diagonalizer.
to zap all of Archetype into its final form, cutting off the entity's connection to the universe.
But not killing it. Because while each Godzilla has its differences, one thing remains certain.
Godzilla is immortal, and that makes him the king.
Like king of monsters.
Look at the skulls, gaze into their eyes. Now you are completely hypnotized. You've fallen into my evil trap. I order you, right now, go to deathbattle.gg.
Wiz, it didn't work. They're still here.
What? Ugh, no, Boomstick, this is terrible. How can I get them to go to the Death Battle website?
Just tell them about all the cool Death Battle stuff they'll find, like a bunch of exclusive merch, every episode ever, even ones not on YouTube, and a bunch of behind-the-scenes goodies. So how about it, guys? Go to www.deathbattle.gg.
All right, you heard him. Don't make a liar out of Boomstick. Go to deathbattle.gg.
They say
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all
$36
possibilities.
It's time for a Death Battle!
Okay, there you go. Like, I actually do want to pause and just show you.
Godzilla has reached the city. So far, the evacuation is... Wait, look!
Not quite as destructive as I got used to for previous films I've seen. But you can only do so much with animation. I completely understand. Boop, boop. Nom.
All right, Hulk. Time for me to take over. We don't want any trouble.
No! Hulk stays!
I always find that so satisfying to do.
You think you're strong? I scar the world! Take out!
And that was the headshot. Nuclear pulse. With a roar. So beautiful. That actually looks pretty cool. Could be a wallpaper.
Stupid lizard.
Ah, come
Let's see
on.
what deliciousness you'll.
Had to rewind it. Yeah.
I think I understand.
This one's kind of like, okay, this guy, this model has actually been used. One's here. This model is his, and he actually thanked him on Twitter, but my Twitter is kind of not really a kinda is not a very good space to show on YouTube. Let's just say that. Another thing he might have. One sec. Yep, he does have Twitter. Anyways.
It's been days since the battle began, and the red
It's been
dust is
days.
spreading.
It's never
Godzilla
been
has grown in
clarified,
size,
but it's
but
been
we
days.
believe we are.
How does it work?
My first thought when I saw this, is that the Nvidia got lit? Because if you look at it and compare it to this, it looks kind of similar. To this. Yes, and play tabs.
Well, smash.
That's actually a reference to
Million, trillion
John
to
said,
one and rising.
smash.
That's the odds. Chance to nullify the madness behind the monster. 2 plus 2 is 5. A right angle is 80 degrees. This element is beyond what we can perceive. Like gamma. 1,000 times. A million.
Each is actually effectively a stalemate.
I just
Edward.
need one.
Entity.
You did it, big guy. We did it.
KO! Okay, run this by me. What happened?
It's complicated, so let's break this down into 3 categories. First up, power. Most versions of Godzilla can shrug off black holes and extinction level events, tagged beyond light speed.
Some Godzillas have defeated characters like Thor and Superman in comics, but these scenarios involve comic gags or elsewhere variants with unique circumstances and less power than their mainline counterparts.
Foes like Gigan blow up planets. However, the Hulk is beyond that.
The big guy clapped a universe to bits and shook the infinite dimensions linked to the crossroads in a straight fight with a classic.
Before I forget, the music is I believe Theometric Media. I probably freaking up the pronunciation. Madness to the Monster.
Godzilla, 616 Hulk smashes the power advantage.
But factoring in Ultima changes things. The entity sees all of space-time and can manipulate its results at a whim. No matter how strong the Hulk got, Ultima could potentially negate it.
But Hulk broke chains made of the first firmament, which could overwhelm eternity.
An abstract concept of a being not
In a singular point, novel floops suggests that Ultima can lose by connecting it to an episode where it is defeated, essentially manipulating mega narrative. This is one of multiple proposed methods. Physical combat combined with the other genres is determined to be the most effective option.
entirely unlike Ultima's entity.
Even a small piece of the first firmament could break the multiverse. Plus, Hulk kept up with Odin Force Thor, who is also on a celestial level of power.
So the gap in power becomes nebulous. Still, unless Hulk could remove Ultima from the equation, neither held a clear advantage in power and stats.
Especially when you look at their immortality.
This was practically a never-ending death loop. Even with their healing factors, both could technically kill each other, but then just come right back.
The green door instantly appears when Hulk goes to the below place, and the higher dimensional entity could always summon a replacement Godzilla avatar. So both Hulk and Godzilla could not stay dead.
Unless they could somehow prevent what was happening in those other dimensions. So let's examine the layers of their multiverses.
Come on. I can think this one I could just boop.
Multiverses. Marvel's cosmos has infinite higher dimensions, which themselves are transcended by the astral plane, the superflow, and so on until you reach the House of Ideas, the domain of the one above all.
Since the one below all mirrors the one above all, the below place mirrors the House of Ideas. Get it?
In comparison, the cosmos of Godzilla's multiverse is just as vast and infinite, but does not have the same sort of transcending layers above and below. This means the below place, the Hulk's respawn point and source of power, is out of the entity's reach.
So the real question is, if they both can't die and Ultima's entity can't affect the below place,
Hulk broke a pactum with directness, an unbreakable contract of reality set up by the oldest child of the mother of horrors and the beyond existence and older than the one above all. Considering the difference of scale in their cosmologies, so classes, even the most charitable interpretations of the entity in singular point.
could Hulk somehow stop the entity before it destroyed the universe?
It all comes down to Gamma and Archetype. Ultima was defeated in the anime by using a trans-temporal superdimension calculator operating at infinite speeds to activate the orthogonal diagonalizer, turning Archetype against itself.
I'm not gonna be able to
Ultima
pronounce that
endlessly spews
at all.
this stuff, so there's plenty to work with. And Hulk can reach into comic book gutter space, so he should be able to reach through a singular point. But that's not enough.
Fortunately for Hulk, it just so happens he knows someone who, like scientists who have defeated Godzilla in the past, is an expert on particles from a greater dimension that mutate reality beyond our understanding.
Who made a device with those particles that
Finally, code for the orthogonal equalizer is defined as a NP computer problem, a real-world classification of difficulty. Banner's intellect is comparable to 6160 Reed Richards, who solved the P-space computer problems with combat and even higher difficulty tier. And what that means, I'm not a techno whiz. You'll have to look that up.
breaks space-time, like the diagonalizer, who made a supercomputer that scanned the infinite multiverse with the speed of a hypermind, like the dimension calculator. Hell, the guy made an interstellar radio out of sticks and stones in a matter of days, and even built an ultimate nullifier. It's like he was made for this.
The Green Door waits for no Hulk, including Banner. Even if Ultima's
Godzilla briefly mutated from gamma radiation of Sword comic. It's possible this mutation gives you that Godzilla could appear in the blue place, but it would be out of the entity's reach and no longer usable. Hulk could also absorb the gamma radiation out of Godzilla.
Catastrophe destroy the universe, the door could deposit Banner in a different universe and he could continue the fight.
He had all the time in the infinite multiverse.
There was only one way this could end, and only one person who could make it so.
Even among gods and monsters, man was the ultimate weapon.
The winner is Bruce Banner.
And I say
Next time on Death Battle.
that is a pretty fire line to end the episode. Okay, fun fact about this one that shows
Subscribe and join.
this was originally gonna be Ash versus Yugi for their 200th episode, but why the change? This is why. For those unaware, Ruby vs. Maka is a request from Monty William, RWY, MBY's creator, and the guy who inspired Death Metal in 2010. He died months after he requested this.
Join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thanks for watching.
There you go. Like I said, if you're still watching at this point, make sure to like and subscribe. Even though most of my stuff is World War related. Yes, I do play some tabs from here and there. But if you like what you see, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll very much appreciate it.